Right, hello there YouTube, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. We're getting ready for our final departure. Yeah, we're finally doing the final mission of our long ongoing goal, which has always been to set up a colony on Eeloo. And we're nearly ready. Our colony ship is basically ready to fly at this point. Now, I believe we just have to, well, create our maneuver, because we're going to be, like I say, heading off to Eeloo. We have 17.5k Delta V. That is almost certainly enormously overbuilt, to the point where we might actually do a ASAP maneuver rather than the actual most efficient. Oh wait, hang on. No, we're still only at 150,000 meters. We actually need to raise our apoaps first. We might as well do this one on camera. It's been a while since we've done one of these. 1,000 kilometers, and we'll also use it to test the ship's handling. Why is that one radiator deactivated? Every other one looks like it's hot. Yeah, every other one's running. Why is that one off? It's running now anyway. Right. Crit node. Execute next node. How does she turn? Hey! Not too shabby. Ooh, a bit of wobble with those, but I think we can auto-strut these, right? Didn't we find out that was a thing we could do? Hey, yes we can. Yeah, we'll strut these all in place while we're in flight. What was it? Control? No? When did we auto-strut? We just did it a second ago. Oh, it's there. Hey, there we go. That seems to be holding it nice and steady. It's not even wobbly anymore. Oh, excellent. I believe this already is. Yes. The ship itself should be nice and steady. I'm going to do a quick save as ever. Yes, this will be first full test of our... Actually, no, did we already test this in the nuclear salt water? Oh, no, we did, because we took off with them. But first space test, I guess, of these, of the nuclear salt waters, and see how hot the radiators get. They are currently operating at maximum efficiency, and apparently the loop is actually quite hot. But again, I'm not quite sure what's generating that heat. I know some engines from far future are generators as well, but I don't believe these are. Are they? No, nothing I'm seeing suggests they are. Oh. Do allow auto warp. On standard warp. I was going to say, MakeJump has been a bit weird with its time warps recently. I think it was probably just lag, but just checking we're not on the wrong setting. Nyum. Man, those engines make me nervous. Look at that. All the radiation in there. You would not want to be behind this ship when it decided to start burning. The vessel. Screenshot of that one because that's a nice looking shot. I need to start doing proper thumbnails for the next series. It's still planned to be from the depths. No idea how it's going to go. I am quite rusty, as I found by going back to it, but I can still build. I still remember how the game works, so we'll hopefully be okay. It actually is 1,000. Vectorize at apoaps. And we're not using anything like our full fuel to do this. But yeah, it is nice having a ship this size with a decent thruster weight and a decent turn rate. That is very different from the other ship. That is an advantage over it, and you would hope so, considering it costs almost twice as much, and it isn't going to make anything like the same results, actually. The actual output of this is going to be a lot less. So I'll transmit that data. It's just like a painting. You see vibrant greens, blues, and tans pass you by underneath and have to gasp at its beauty. That's impressive, given it's nighttime. You can actually see the colour even from there. Maybe Kerbals have good night vision. Given how much they like space, it makes sense. Oh yeah, the fish module. They seem a little out of sorts. Perhaps they're aching for the wide oceans you see up the portal. Well, they're going to be going a lot further than this. Yeah, I forgot. Of course, we've got the aquaculture module on board the ship. Yeah, so this one we haven't used at all yet. It's this one, I believe. Oh, it's even called the Fish. Or the F15H. Oh, I like that. Level up the crew. Yeah, as we say, we got a newbie on board, right? Yeah, he can already level up. Now, level 1 engineer. It'll probably be a lot higher than that by the time this mission finishes, given where we're going. Yes, I think for the landings, I'll put one of our pilots on board the command module, one on board the... in fact, we'll put a pilot and an engineer on board the command module. We'll put a pilot on board the crew module. We'll put the scientists on board the science module. We'll put anyone who's left on board the mining module. It could be an engineer and whoever else is there. I believe MechJeb can land them anyway, but I think we need to have a Kerbal on board each one just to make sure we have full control, so there will be a little bit of loading up towards the end of this episode. Well, I suppose not the end, I suppose probably about the midway by the time we've done the burnout. Yeah, radiators seem to be running fine. No issues. The loop temperature is getting quite high, but isn't really increasing anymore than... I'm not quite sure why they're still constantly fairly hot, whether it is just they're radiating heat away from the rest of the craft and the ships pick up more heat than I realise passively. I really don't know. Or it just takes a while to burn off the heat from the nuclear saltwater engines. Again, I don't know. But either way, not too much to do. It'll be finish circularizing the orbit. And the reason we do this, because it's been a while since I've done a maneuver like this, at least on screen. The reason we do this is basically because Time Warp can't rev up to full speed if you're too near a planet. So I tend to... It does depend on the atmosphere of the planet, but for Kerbal, or Kerbin, I usually find easiest to knock your orbit up to about 1,000 and then do your burn. It doesn't take too much fuel as long as you've given a bit of spare in your design. Which something I've been getting better at doing, giving a lot more leeway on the crafts, and it is working for the most part. We had exactly the issue of not having quite enough at Lathe. Again, for those who didn't see, when we were doing the Grand Tour, we basically had to start ditching as much weight as possible towards the end of that to try and cut down enough stuff because we had too much drag. So while the amount of Delta V we had allocated was right, and it was a little bit of leeway, by the time you factored in the drag as well, it wasn't quite enough. So, yes, I will be making a mental note of that for if we come back to a Kerbal in future, or if I'm just playing it in future, to be very careful around Lathe, because it's not as easy to land on as it looks like. Or I should say take off from. It's actually quite easy to land on. Also take some science while we're up here. Visual observation. All of history seems so small and insignificant from out here. All of it enclosed in a pale blue dot. Yeah, it's a pretty looking blue dot, although I don't know that it's really a dot at this point. It's still quite large. More differences. We must have passed over another biome. Not for that one, though. Interesting. Anyway. Right, we are at height. Oh, at the orbital altitude. Now, Eeloo is a bit of a weird one, because you can see its orbit is not quite centered with the others. Or at least not quite as neat. About transfer to another planet. But again, we have loads of Delta V. To the point where we even should be able to do an ASAP burn and still have enough to circularize at the far end. Oh. Interesting. I'm not sure what's gone on there, but don't seem to be able to even make one. But anyway, we should be okay. Encounter. Hyper warp. I'm going to skip through the several years before we or the year and a bit before we actually get to the point where we can start a maneuver. Oh. We still had science equipment running. That was the Tylo seismometer. Just transmitting. Yeah, I suppose, yeah, up to 1,000 already. We were down to a few hundred. Yeah, so I guess the some of the Grand Tour stuff is still running in the background. Of course, we did deploy a bunch of surface stations. Yeah, I'm not sure what the range of the surface station antennas is, but I'm going to guess it might actually be infinite. So we're transmitting data back to Kerbin. It's a tiny little antenna, and we don't have a relay at Jewel. And our beacon isn't pointing that way anymore, I don't think, because it was pointing at our ship. That ship doesn't exist anymore. We ditched it into the atmosphere, so yeah, not sure what's going on there. Interesting. It is also interesting that it seems to think we're going to run out of Delta V after a 2,000 burn when we have 16,000 left. Not 100% sure what it thinks is going on there or how it thinks math works, but whatever, dude. That's just the message saying, yep. Impact energy. Huh. Attenuation set at 80%. Set at 80%? I thought we had 100% scientist at that point. Oh, Tylo, right. First landing. We hadn't leveled them up to level 5 at that point. Yeah, fair enough. I still don't know whether that's the actual total yield or just the time it takes. That is a bit I don't actually know yet. Out of the way. Quick save. I quick save a lot, but in a game like this, it's worth doing. Of course, yeah, we have all our argon thrusters, which we're not even needing now that we've got so much SAS torque stacked up. Mind you, the argon thrusters were pitifully weak anyway, as we found out. They would be fine if we hadn't been having to do docking maneuvers and things in a little bit more of a hurry. In reality, they'd be perfectly fine. You'd have all the time in the world to pre-plan most maneuvers for a ship like this and leave the smaller ships to do the faster stuff. And are not actually that much weaker than the standard thrusters. It does take 4 to equate to 1 normal one, but with fuel efficiency, you'll actually get more out of it if you, I think, just have 4 thrusters. If you didn't mind the slight extra weight, I think you'd still get a lot more fuel efficiency, at least as far as the RCS was concerned. And you can, of course, bring less RCS fuel. Downside being you have to have more of them at more angles as well. So maybe, yeah, maybe not. I don't know. I guess a light craft would be good. You do need more of the thrusters because they're one directional. Although I believe there are some proper 5-directional plasma thrusters rather than ion thrusters, I think. So the Vasmir, like Vasmir derived. I'm not even sure if it is Vasmir, but anyway, some of the plasma engines anyway. Or magnetoplasma dynamic, whatever they're called. I can't remember exactly. I don't think we have access to those, though. I could be wrong, but... yeah, burn time, 1 minute 30 seconds. That might be right, but... I have a feeling this is going to slightly miss its burn, actually, because I have a feeling it's not registered how much fuel we have remaining properly. So again, for some reason it seems to think we're going to run out, but we are definitely not short on fuel. Yeah, and am I right, or is that green mark going down anyway? Getting closer to the cursor? Yeah, it is. Huh. I don't know why it thinks we don't have enough fuel for that. We definitely do. Thruster weight of 1.64, which on a ship this size is very impressive. We are quite powerful. And we're making good time. But yes, I will catch up to you guys later in a minute when we are arriving in orbit around Eeloo. See you guys in a moment. Right, and we're back. The game is a little laggy. MechDev has actually already missed one deadline for an auto warp. But though we just entered its shade, we are at Eeloo. And we're just about to circularize. We're a little high. I did try to drop it down to 10 kilometers manually, but it was so tight that I could not do it because we came I think we must have been like only just encountering Eeloo. We were like right on the edge of its SOI. So when we circularized, we were still extremely high up. To the point where I couldn't even see it. Eeloo was just a bit of a sort of speck on the screen. Right, we're going to drop our orbit to, because that's what the Delta V is budgeted for on the landers. We're going to drop our orbit to a mere 10 kilometers. We cannot afford to be very high up on this one. Which is going to slightly limit our options for landing, but I think we're still going to have a fairly wide selection. So, but this rocket... it should be okay with that. It has been actually very well behaved Despite the lag on putting the thing together and just generally using it, and again, occasionally missing a time warp because it's going too fast and it's a bit too much lag, the actual ship itself, yeah, no issues. Nothing like the same problems we've had with the other one, and I put that primarily down to the fact that A, it just has massively more battery power, because we didn't realise we were going to need that. It's got that huge Z72K, which is about 5 times the battery power of the original, like, whole ship that often ditched its landers. And partly just because these engines run like normal engines, so I'm not having to manually adjust all the maneuvers. Which is maybe making them a bit less reliable in some ways, because again, the time warp thing was a little more reliable if I was doing them manually, but we are also gaining science. Well, I think we can scrub stuff, right? No, we don't have 3 Kerbals in the lab yet. In fact, we should do that. I'll do that while MechDeb's working on this. So, our 3 scientists are... Dofrod? Ah, of course, our old ace. Joined our program as part of the Space Jank. Still with us after all this time. In fact, he's one of our max leveled. Right, transfer... No, Dofrod. Oh, how do I... Oh, transfer crew, right. I believe the lab is this part. Oh, come on, we're doing this again, really? It's the lab always... Why is the crew transfer always awful? Let's move to the hydroponics module. That's still not right. Oh, well. Hang on. Transfer crew. Transfer. No, I didn't want to move you there. I swear the click's buggy as anything on this. Wait, he's not even on that one? Which one's he on then? Therefore, right. Transfer crew. I like how it doesn't register my clicks when I actually want it to, and it does when I don't. Oh my god. Transfer to the lab. Maybe I need to look into this at some point and work out why transfer... Hang on, I'm going to look into this and see if I can work out why crew transfer is so bad. Back in a minute. I'll cut out the circularization burn. You guys know what's going to happen. But yeah, back in a moment. Alright, and with a little manoeuvring and a lot of lag later, we are above Minmus. Now, I could not figure out the crew problem. I looked into it a little bit. A little bit even. A little bit. So I think I found that it could be to do with cross-feed rules. But the problem is, A, they're not enabled anyway. There shouldn't be an issue. And B, it already let me transfer, so it can be the game getting a bit confused on larger vessels, which, to be fair, it is. It is a larger vessel, and it is sort of docked together. So what I've been doing is I've just been EVAing them across. So I'll just do a little bit of EVAing crew around now. Except Suki can't, because she's in a module with no docking port. Great. That's in the centrifuge, yeah. Alright, transfer crew. Let's see if we can get this to work this time, then. Which module is this one here? Didn't even register. Button press. Yeah, the lag is getting worse now because we're near the planet. We really need to start landing these landers. Especially if I'm not even going to be able to transfer crew out of them. Wait, where is Suki on board? She's on the... Oh, she's on the observation dome. Yeah, no, I need to get her at least onto another part of the ship. Come on, anything. Because that with target switching locked, which is not something I really care about. Is it input lock? So we accidentally said input lock? I don't even think it was on transferring mode anymore. Oh my god. Transfer crew. Transfer Suki. Anything. Any of the other landers. I'll take anything. Just get her on board one of the ships so we can land her. We can transfer crew over on the ground if I have to, but I have to get her out of that module because she can't exit from that module. Come on! Oh, Eve, what am I supposed to do about this? What about EVA? No. EVA unavailable. I guess that's because it doesn't have any toggle? No, not sure what that does. Come on, I need to... If I can't get it to transfer, I might have to No, it just says oh, no, transfer, yeah, not EVA. I would say it was some kind of, again, the cross-feed rules thing, but it can't be because it's not letting me transfer them to anything else. What is this target switching locked thing about? I don't care about that, just... What happened? It didn't work. Status locked. What does it mean, status locked? Flow priority. I don't care about that. What does it mean locked? Is Gleber locked? Gleber isn't locked. Transfer crew Gleber? Oh, right. Suki somehow got themselves locked in? Oh, yeah, Suki's like, locked in or something. What's going on? Yeah, well, first of all, oh, where do they end up? Gleber is just in there. What are you, Gleber? Are you a scientist? Might be, actually. The name sounds familiar. We definitely had him on our missions before. Oh, he's an engineer. Okay. Okay, Gleber, you can transfer out to the mining ship. That worked immediately. Okay. It's something to do with the fact they're locked. I'll quickly look up why they get locked and see if I can work out what's going on there. One moment. Okay, so I have no idea why, but I just all of a sudden just been able to transfer crew just fine. I don't know what even happened. But regardless, it's fixed now. I don't even know why it was broken in the first place, but it's fixed. So let's transfer Jeb over to the lander. Okay, we'll bring Jeb and Val along, right? I think we've got a spare crew to do that. This one's locked as well now. Control status locked. It's not my button doing it, is it? Go on here. Transfer. Hang on. If I try transferring Val, is it certain crew getting locked? Hang on. Now let me try something. Okay. Transfer again. Nope, I have no idea. It seems to be like they just get stuck. I don't for the life of me know why. Why are they getting stuck? What is it? Oh, open airlock door? Was it because the actual external doors aren't open? Oh, mind you, those ones are, since they have external doors, in theory, Jev can make his way over there manually. So we'll do that. I don't know what's going on, man. It's weird. This is especially weird, but the game, at least for all the crew in there, has given me an out. I believe that is basically all the crew that's left that need to be moved. So we'll just move Jeb and we'll start on the landing because we want to do that landing and then maybe call the episode there, I think. And then we'll do the rest of the landings in the next one. Actually, no, mind you, we're nearly at the end. Maybe we'll wrap it up here. Maybe we'll do a long one. Yeah, we'll maybe do a long one and wrap it up. It's been a good series, but I'm ready to move on. And I'd like to see this mission come to completion. I'd also like to get out of the lag when I can, because my god, the game is slowing down around here. It's not good. Ugh. Imagine playing this and knowing that you have time to correct your mistakes, but that you aren't going to be able to because the game is just too slow. Oh god, I hope you can actually fit through that gate now. Think about it. There is that RCS tank partly over the top of it. I didn't think this would be an issue because I thought we'd just be able to just, you know, get on. Transfer across to it. Right. I'm going to control from the... Oh, in fact, we're just going to undock it. RCS on. Hello. Hello? Why are the controls locked? What the hell's going on? Oh, I can't control the ship. What is going on? I've got a pilot on board. He's in control. I'm getting a direct control. Hello? What is going on with this game at the moment? Got to wrap up the series. We've made it to Eeloo, and the game is just dying on me. Like, I can't. You guys could probably hear that if I can see. Okay, no, you guys can't hear me mashing the keys apparently, according to the readout. But I just can't control it. There's no input. What the heck is happening? Am I on board the wrong ship? Am I on board the main ship at the moment? No, because that's the main ship. Yeah. Why does the colony module have no control? What the hell? I have to control it for something that can be controlled. Control from the control. I just have no control over this thing, and I don't know why. Hang on. We'll do our normal thing of revert to space, go back to the space center, reload, and then see if that fixes it. Back in a moment. Alright, we're back. I still have... I had a half a second of control, and then I lost it. What is going on here? Not enough crew. Is that what it is? Just not enough crew on board the module? Really? Is that it? Sherry. Come see if you can help Jeb. Is it Chevy? Sherry? No, Sherzy? I suppose Sherry would be more of a girl's name, wouldn't it? Shazzy, the engineer, you're going to try and help... Whoa! Do not... Okay, Shazzy's brave, apparently. I forgot about the centrifuge. Yeah. Shazzy, go see if you can help Commander Jeb out. Something's clearly going on here. I felt like the game was falling apart. I was like, am I going to have to end the series here on a bug? Like... control from the docking port. But no, we're going to be able to finish it. And like I say, I'm going to try and maybe wrap this up in one go. It'll be one recording session, but whether it'll be one episode or whether I'll have to split it into bits, I don't know. Just get away from the main ship. And we need to pick a landing spot. I haven't got a clue what any of the landing spots are like, but the point of this thing is it's mobile, so we can pick a better one. But I think that looks good. If I go for one of the little flat-looking patches like there, I think that looks good. We're going to try there. I don't know of any Easter eggs on Eeloo particularly, so I'm not going to go looking for those. We're just going to pick a landing spot and let's go. That's another thing I hope they add a little bit more of for the sequel. A few more little Easter eggs. Oh. It's using RCS at the moment for the burns. We need to re-enable the engines. Also, apparently their visual effects freak out when you're time warping. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, that didn't look quite right. I don't think it was controlling the right way up. Because the plane change was going up, not down. Yeah, there we go. Oh yes, of course, this is the one with the good antenna. So we'll antenna. We'll antend? Yes, we'll antend that to when we get to the ground. We'll extend that even. Might be the right word for it. Yeah, I think it's slightly Gutis maneuver, but we should still... This one has loads of spare fuel. This one has almost enough to do it twice. Might even be enough to do it twice if I've counted it wrong, I'm not sure, but... Ooh, doing a flip. Warping to start a braking burn. What? This kid's is fucking quick save. What the heck was that? Okay. I see. It seemed to decide that its landing path would land on that side of the planet by tunneling through the other side of the planet. At escape velocity, apparently. Or not escape velocity, at landing speed. Orbital velocity, that's the word I'm looking for. I see. Yeah, well, maybe reload that. Oh, dear. It's a wonderful game, but it's full of jank. Right. Control from here, please. Haven't the docking connector yet. In fact, let's control from that probe core, because we know that's the right way up. We deliberately made sure that's the right way up. Even if it's a pain to click on. Local control, yeah, that's fine. I find landing on local control as long as you actually land and not smash me into the planet's surface. Actually, is there going to be too much fuel to land there? There is a neat looking crater there. You know what? Let's try it. I might regret this if we turn out we don't have enough fuel to actually land the other ships here, but I don't think it uses much. Land us there, why don't you? Oh, abort on the land. Abort. Enough time warp. Engines on this time. Thrust limiter looks weird. I think the game is breaking down a bit at this point. Either the save's been going too long, the ship's too big, or it's doing too much, but something weird's happening. But the good news is we had a little bit of a kick away from the ship, so after a little while we should leave its physics range. Our engines don't try and propel us through it. I'm a little worried about, judging by that. Yeah, we're going to drift away. But yeah, once we leave 2.5 kilometers, we'll leave its physics range. I'm going to leave the science experiments until we're on the ground. In fact, this is the wrong part of the ship for that anyway. That's supposed to be saved for the science module. Okay, is that in the right place? Or is it just making a spin for some reason? No, it is in the right place. Cool. It's doing it wrong again. It's trying to slow down. It's increasing. Just land me somewhere. Right, if it's not going to land properly, just take me down to the ground level, and we'll drive to a decent spot if we have to. We've got to the point of stop it, get it right, basically. Making small adjustments. Just don't. Turn off. Just land me somewhere. For the love of God. Bring us down in one piece. That's what we wanted. We program this thing. Looks like landing might be a little bit more of a pain than we envisioned. Thought that was facing upwards, but apparently not. At least apparently it seems to struggle with that. Ooh, what's that? Hang on, what is that? Guys? What the heck is that? That's big as well. A little mountain? We're definitely going to have to drive over there and see what that is. I think it's just a rock, but... it's not far off either. We can definitely go over and see it. Maybe it's not quite as big as I thought, but... it's quite a nice touchdown, though. I like that with all the RCS firing and everything. Alright, and... yeah, it might have to split us into multiple episodes indeed, assuming this has been awkward. Hey, there we go. We're sliding like crazy, but we are down. I can't even quick save. RCS off. Brakes. Friction control does not seem to be... alright, fine. If you don't want to brake, I don't know if that's because of the gravity or what. I really would ideally like to stop and quick save. Make sure the landing definitely sticks. We can turn the gimbal off on those. Gimbal locked. Gimbal locked. We'll try and throw the brakes on. Gimbal locked. And gimbal locked. Wow, okay, we might have to use our RCS's brakes here, I guess. How are we doing for monopropellant? We haven't got much. But then again, we can refine more. Yeah, we're supposed to be braking and we're just not slowing down here. Why is it video games always struggle so much with wheels in sort of sandbox games like this? Also, I should note we have all the lights on, and I never thought to add any front lights, but... oh, it's probably also because we're not... it's probably also because we're not controlling from the right place. That isn't helping, I imagine. Yeah, so I'd like you to stop, because you're going fast, really. I don't know what the terrain's like. I just think we're on the side of a very big hill. We can jump jet if we need to, I suppose, potentially. Sort of drifting across Eeloo's surface. I can't even stop properly to using thrusters, can't even stop properly to make sure we don't accidentally lose all our progress. Cool looking boulder though. Oh, is it because we've got all the fuel on board and we're just really heavy? We had big some fuel purge things on with us, but we don't have them on board. I want to go take a look at that. Go that way. Push, push. Nope. This is a grand start. Land the first part of our mission and we can't even control it. We're out of monopropellant entirely now. Come on, put your back into it. It's not even affecting the things. It's just giving us the... it's telling it what it's doing. Okay, we can quick save now at least. Okay, we finally stopped. Let's get to daytime so at least we can see where we're going. Also send one of the others out to have a look at that rock. I think it is just a nice boulder, but... oh yeah. Ah, that's a lot less interesting than it looked. Although it was fluorescing, right? Like, I'm not imagining that. That was glowing a little bit, wasn't it? Kind of cool looking, actually. Let's tell you what, yeah, newbie. Stairs. Actually, Jeb. Yeah, we got to plant a flag as well. Let's go. Got flag down. Okay, you can jet back around. The gravity's low enough, but it's only just. Alright, plant flag. This is an important one, guys. This is our landing. We made it to Eeloo proof, but we're not going to be setting up base just here. We need a flatter spot than this. Right. Nearly. Turns out ice is slippery. Who knew? Oh, wait, wrong. Yeah, that one. It's amazing that after 58-ish, I don't know how many, what number exactly this is going to be, episodes, we've finally made it here. But this actual spot is kinda a mess. Oh well. Here we go. Yeah, let's have a go check out that rock. Nice fluorescent boulder. I like how I have realised as well, this hasn't gone completely over my head. We finally arrive after a long campaign of trying out futuristic high-tech engines. And what ultimately is our gift? A slightly melty looking rock. Which I don't even think is an Easter egg. I think this is just a scatter. It is solid though. That's interesting. They're not always solid. What if we take a surface sample from this thing? Find a beautiful crystal. Is that what this is? Placed it in the sample container. Sure thing. Oh yeah, let's go to the EVA report. I know he's not the scientist, but we might as well. You lay down and give the planet a hug, just so it knows it's not alone out here. Oh. Well, yeah. No, I suppose it isn't anymore. We're here. We are it, by the looks of it. Like, wow. With a white texture, it's even a bit hard to tell where we're going. Yeah, I don't think this is a great spot. I do think we'd like to find somewhere a bit flatter, but who knows how easy that's going to be to actually do. Sometimes a bit of a kick off the ground is what you need to get yourself going. That was the wrong way. Bonk. Sick breakdancing, Jeb. Excellent. Right, come on. Let's get you back on board. And... no. On board on the ship, Jeb. That tank is definitely in the way. And that is something I did not think of for any of them. Dang it. We'll also deploy this. It's light enough that it shouldn't mess with our centre of gravity. Well, it does clip through that structural pillar, which is another thing I've apparently messed up. Whoops. Calling main ship. Calling mothership. Right. Where on earth do we want to... I guess we want to zoom out the camera a bit and try and find a flat spot. Or investigate those... Let's investigate those little black spots. We came all this way. We might as well at least have a little bit of a look around. If we can. We can potentially hop as well if we need to. We can do little rocket hops and use that to get places quicker. And we do also have a rover autopilot that can take us places. Knowing where we want to take it would be another part of that as well. It might be that Eeloo is just all slopes. We just have to land on a slope. Put the base there. But I'd ideally like to land somewhere a bit flatter. That kind of looks like we're on a slope here. Just in general, actually. So I'm not sure there will be anywhere great, but... have a look at whatever that is. I don't normally build rovers either, so the actual experience of driving around the ground is a bit novel for me. You could probably tell why from the speed we're doing. It's not very high, and the grip is not very good. Actually, this spot here by those rocks isn't actually a bad one, because it sort of flattens out a bit. So we'll maybe try and stop near one of those little rocks. With this one here, and just build there for the sake of it's something at least. Yeah, that spot there, maybe. I think actually the one this rock is on is even not too bad, but yeah, we'll try going over a little bit further that way. Yeah, it's leveling out a bit. I think it'd be better there. Let's have a... Alright, let's run the brakes. Oh boy, I'm glad my brakes work so well on this planet. It's a, meteor, I guess. Sitting loose out here. I can't imagine it's part of Eeloo's surface. It doesn't look anything like it. Cue the initial D music in extremely low tempo. So we're slowly sliding across the surface here. Yeah, this is pretty good actually. Yeah, stop. This would be good. Seems our fastest way to slow down is to point the other way and rev the wheels. But this is actually unironically not a bad spot. So I'd like to stop here. It's not perfectly flat, but it's not horribly sloped either. Frankly, at this point, I can take that. Yeah, I think some of it is just it's a bit hard to shed all the mass because I forgot we've got so many tons of How much weight do we have on board? We've probably got a few tons of rocket fuel. 31 tons, yeah, so this rover's not actually that light. Sort of slid past it a bit, really, but I think we might just have to make do at this point. Okay, quick save. We'll have to switch to the mothership and just bring the next one down. I hope the legged ones aren't going to wobble like this. And again, I keep flip-flopping between am I going to finish this in one go or not. I think we try and finish this. I think we just try and get it done. I've enjoyed Kerbal. Do not get me wrong, I've loved it. I'm hoping that anyone still watching at this point has loved it too, or at least enjoyed it enough to stick around. We'll see how it ends at any rate. But I am at the point where like the bugs and that have been starting to get to me a little bit. Now that our ambitions have grown, the game has started to struggle a little bit more. And we sort of hit our goals, so I think it's time to sort of bring things to their conclusion. Right, what's best to land next? Probably the science module. That already has crew on board, so we should be good to land. And no control again. Is that because... I guess because they probably can't control from the lab. Right, transfer crew. Transfer crew. And Suyuki. Okay, craft is now controllable. We do, however, need this one to actually land where we tell it to. Control from here. That should put that side as up, correct? Oh, if I try and RCS down from there. Yeah, okay, that should be the right way up then. Now it's not. What is going on with this shit? Oh, that's just because I turned RCS off. Right, push us away. Right, the engine's still on. They're not even on. Like I say, they're still on low thrust. They're not even enabled. We do have to be a little bit careful with the engines on this one because they're not quite set up right. We are going to have to lower them as low as they can get while still being functional, because now we have to actually land at the coordinates of the other ship. We can't afford for it to be messing with us now. So, fuel balancer we will enable. Thrust. Oh, it's switched to like a type view, I see. Anyway. 22. 22. 22. And 22. Yeah, okay, that's enough. That should be controllable, but still low thrust enough that it doesn't cause problems. Right. Where is our landing site? It is, for some reason, considered a space station. Okay. So, enter target coordinates. 10, 27, 20. Oh, yeah, we didn't even make the air credit. No, we're not as far off as I thought we would be, actually. North. And then 134, 22 west. Got it, 20. 4. No, 4 by 22. What am I reading? Hang on. 130 by 4 by 22 west. 10 by 27 by 20 north. Okay. You have my permission to use RCS for small adjustments, right? Since you're not going to be able to move once you're on the ground. We will, yeah, make sure the legs are out. Quick save. You can auto warp, but please don't get it wrong again like you keep doing recently. And a target. Hopefully we'll move out of physics range for that ship so it won't lag so much, but I doubt it. We have to keep an eye on their orbital planes. Right, definitely controlling from there. Which is how it should be. It should be up. Are you going to get this plane change thing right? Yes, it is. Okay, good. That thrust to weight is low. In fact, we might actually have to adjust it so it can actually make the landing. But we'll see what it does. See, there's no atmosphere, right? It should be fine as long as it's above 1, I think. But it's only so far up we can put it anyway, because otherwise it starts to tilt the rocket, the lander. Might just have to make do with a slow landing with this one. Looks like it's all going right. Adjusting very slowly, but it is in the right way. Still looks a bit like a tardigrade. Little microscopic bug. There's little stubby legs. Oh, thank God. Okay, the main ship just unloaded. You can tell because the frame rate just sped up. Oh, dear. We're burned the orbit point. Slowly, apparently. Are you not auto warping? Wrong button. I might quick save and then time warp it forwards a little bit because it doesn't seem to want to unwarp. Okay, now it seems to decide it's the right time. Okay. We're looking at about a 3-minute landing here. So once again, I will pause recording. I'll catch up with you guys when we're on the ground. Or nearly there, anyway. Update. We're coming into land. There may be an issue. Aside from the fact we're coming in way too fast, and I might have to reload this, you might notice that it's bringing us into land by the landing site. Yeah, way too fast. Thanks, MegJeb. Thanks for that. Why? Ah, this game is testing my patience. Why did it crash? Why did it explode? I really don't know. I need to get coordinates for the other thing. Because apparently it's the coordinates for the flag that I've actually gotten. I need to, I guess, turn the thrust up on the landing things because it apparently does not know what it's doing. I guess we'll have to just try it on max and hope it doesn't spin. And yeah, Not super helpful, I have to admit, so far. Back in a sec when I've tried again. We're back. Attempt 4, 5. I'm really struggling with this one, guys, I'm not gonna lie. It is like just slightly off balance, and apparently it is enough to make it be screwing up on landings. I really hope the others aren't going to be like this. But I think I finally got it balanced out. I've had to manually adjust the engines. They're not balanced. These are on like 45 and they're on 47 at the front. And even then, if anything, these are slightly too weak now. 46. A little more power on the rear engines. But even then, it's missed the landing spot. And the actual landing spot is meant to be over there, so the wheeled part might have to come over and sell out to the rest of the base, and we'll have to land the rest with the science module. Or they might just end up a bit scattered if they're all like this. Don't auto warp. Just don't. MechJeb, you have not been competent enough today for me to be happy with trying to auto warp you. But yes, this is taking forever. This is not going great. This landing, I cannot deny. But I think this one's going to work at least. This looks like it's stable. But oh boy, it's been painful trying to bring these down for what should be quite easy. Maybe I needed like a thrust balancer. Like mod, they do exist. I think there's a VTOL autopilot that can do this sort of thing. Automatically balance the engines for it so it knows what it's doing. But I think we're going to be okay. Another rock in the distance there. I thought it was a planet for a moment. Okay, touchdown. You can do auto leveling, right? Auto level. Not sure quite what axis they're leveling on. Okay, I think it's horizontal actually. Hey, look at that. No, it is actually kind of working. Yeah, I think it might just be leveling on the horizontal axis. Not lengthways, but hey, that's not bad. It's kind of leveled out. Cool, the scientists are down, finally. I'll go bring the others in a second. Just going to quickly transfer the crew out of here into the lab, and we'll run the science experiments. Like I say, I want to be done with this, but I do want to do it right. And transfer crew. Alright, let's start running some experiments. The last ones we'll probably be getting. So, visual observation. Right, they just moved across. Temperature data. I guess I'm transferring them back. At least transfer is working now. Visual observation. Visual scan. Despite the distance, this place seems a little like home. Winter on Kerbal. Cool. Now transfer back again. Back to the lab. Telescope observations. Little space telescope. Eeloo is great because it's very easy to cool the imaging sensors to reduce noise. Yeah, I suppose it would be. You contemplate plans to shovel the surface material directly onto the sensor to improve cooling. Huh. Never thought of that, but yeah, I suppose that would probably work, right? Cryovolcanism. Yep, they've got some here too. Plant growth. You fetch some Eeloo soil and apply it to a marked pot. Plant slowly withers. But you saw this a kilometre away. Too much ice and no essential microbes make an unpleasant test result, or unpleasing test result. You observe the goo. Material study. So the fine crystals lining Eeloo enter the materials bay. It appears that some of the samples have become more conductive in the extreme cold. Gravity. Gravity sounds very clear here. There appears to be very little influence from other bodies. Atmospheric scan. Beep, beep, boop. The instrument is frozen up. Oh dear. Aquatic species. This far from home, you continue to wonder about how eating a few of the fish would improve rations and how it would affect the science results. Oh, EVA, which you can't do. That's fine. Cool. The lab is functional. So clean out some of the experiments. And we'll start putting them in the lab and researching them. I'll just hang on to them for now. Oh, yeah, we could pause to get through those quicker. Of course, no, we can't. Come on, there's only 30 of them. How long is it going to take? Anyway, either way, we'll leave that to it. We'll deorbit the next part of the lander mission and try and land it at the actual same spot this time, which I seem to be really struggling with. Hopefully, the others are better balanced. I believe the science lab was by far the worst, and the rest will reasonably okay, but we'll do the mining module next, because that's the one most likely to be awkward. It's the weirdest shaped. The crew module should be pretty much perfect, actually. Even if we did have to shift a few bits manually on it a little while back. Correct. Do you have any crew on board? Yeah, actually, where is our crew? Oh, right, they're all on board here, aren't they? Right. Is anybody on board the crew module already? We need 2 astronauts for each part, for each ship, apparently, which is not something I was expecting us to need, but apparently we do. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, we need 2 crew for each part. We've only got 3 crew on the... Of course. Of course. Something like that comes up at the last second when it's far too late to do anything about it. We don't have the signal range on either of these ships to... I don't know if there's anything we could do about this. Because we tried it before and we didn't have control. Tell you what, we'll have to wrap the mission up a little bit short. What we'll do, we'll load all the crew on board here. Now we just have to word it that they've decided they've had to leave the mining module for now. Oh, that's incredibly frustrating. Right. Anyway, we're losing parts and the game's not lagging so bad anymore. Let's see if we can transfer over properly this time. Yes. But part of it is just lag, I guess. However, someone is still not accounted for. Are they on the other end of it? No. Who's left? They're not aboard the centrifuge. They're not aboard control module, and they're not aboard here. Where are they? Are they all aboard there? No. They're aboard the mining module already? They are. Okay, Glebert. Apologies, but as far as we're aware, we can't control your ship. Which is exceptionally annoying. I can't even transfer him properly. Or her, even. Oh, wait. Oh, there's an idea. Okay. It's Kerbal, right? We all know it's a game about being slightly mad in space. And we want to wrap this up properly. I want to bring all the modules down. I have had an idea. It's not a good idea, but I have had it. And we're going to do it. So, we are going to bring both modules down, and I refuse to take no for an answer. What we're going to do is simple. We're going to bring one down, piggybacking on the other. Assuming the thruster weight will take it. And dock. And if we have to bump it aside manually with this lander, we will. If it'll even Why are you guys aboard here? Did I put them in the wrong module? Whatever. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which one they're in. However, it does matter that we whoever is aboard there. For some reason, we can't undock that ship. What? Game, why? Game, why do you have to do this? Right. Can't control it because they're aboard there. That's what it is. This ship is technically unmanned at the moment. It's doing this again. Right. Hang on a minute. Clever. EVA. Right. Can't you just right-click undock that? I believe you can easily do stuff like that. The exterior. Yes, you can. Okay. Did it actually work? It did. Okay. Clever. I need you to give a little bit of a push. Yes, we're going to just... I think I said this, but we're going to piggyback the two. If we can't bring it down how we're intending to, we'll bring it down anyway. Right, but for your safety, Clever, we need you... Well, first of all, unstick yourself from whatever was going on there. Secondly, to get on board. Now, I don't know that we can give it any commands, but if we can kill rotate... Okay, that appears to work, even if nothing else is. So, Titanic 2 is now unmanned. I'll set that as the target. Control from R1, and... Assuming MechJeb is still working, even if we can't control the other ship directly, we can do a... Oh, yes, of course. Set as target. Will that not work? Set the... Okay, maybe we won't. But yeah, at least we can get it pointing away from the main ship. Take us that way, please. Time up a little bit, let natural drift clear the two from the ship a little bit. Right. Why is still at point blank? Docking autopilot. Override start distance. It's obviously a tiny bit risky, shall we say. You're absolutely sure we can't... No, we can't. Any direction we can point in that will be... We'll put the docking port... Oh, radial minus, right? That should... Okay, just kill rotation there, that'll do it. Oh, we are very short on monopropellant. This works. Mind you, we can transfer a crewman across to the other ship if we run out of monopropellant on this one. Okay, up we go. But yes, in theory, as long as these two are balanced, they should roughly be balanced on each other. One can land both. I think they're powerful enough engines-wise. Certainly have loads of torque, because that's the one with double torque modules on it. But yeah, it's not really how I'd planned to land the base, but hey-ho. Kerbals are just going to have to get used to working the controls upside down. I'm sure they'll get the hang of that. And as I said, this game has a lot of really great moments, but it has moments where it just screws me up like this, and I hate it, and I'm just like, nope, if you're not going to play fair, I won't. You know what the worst thing is as well? I think we did account for this. I think we had 8 crew because we've got 3 scientists. But of course, they all landed in the lab because it made perfect sense to send them with the lab. So it would have been perfectly fine. I just didn't think of the fact that, oh, we need 2 per landing and we don't have a signal out here because I put 1 super long range antenna on. They all needed 1. Alright, are you going to approach the... Still backing up. Still backing up, apparently. Yeah, there we go. And it's pivoting. You know, you don't need to waste monopropellant on the spin, right? Barely got any already? No? Okay. Like I say, we can transfer crew over to the other one, but we might end up running out of RCS on both. But well done, colony ship. I actually would like to say, much as we've had a few problems with bits and pieces, the main central core of the ship itself has been very well behaved and caused no real problems apart from just how do I get the engines off the ground in the first place. The other parts, not so much. This part's been running for like 15 minutes already and it was not supposed to be. Mind you, I suppose that includes the other landings. I guess it's not as bad as it seems, but... Yeah, come on. Let's get this thing docked. We need to keep an eye on the thrust away at the moment. We've got a bit over 7, and it should be balanced, so I think we'll be okay for the landing, given we'll have 3 times the RCS torque and a bit more monopropellant, because that's also got more of that on board as well. We could have piggybacked the one of the modules around if we'd landed it on the back of the command module, ignoring the fact that it already handled bad enough, and it almost certainly would have folded over with another one on top, but could have been fun. Heck, if they can lift up with their jump jets, we could maybe still do that. We'll be able to refuel once this thing's down. Oh, that's true. We'll want to land from with that side down, because much as it makes sense for the crew module to be the right way up, the mining module won't work at all if the ship's the wrong way up, because the drills are only on one side. I'm sure the Kerbals can reconfigure the interior to put their beds on the right side. Oh, hello, steam. Right, we descend. Nearly docked. Once we're docked, I'll start the landing procedure and I'll cut back to you guys once we're actually landing. And also because I need to see what's Steam's trying to tell me. Almost there. And target lost. What the heck? Why? Why is target lost? What the heck? Unset target. So we haven't lost target? What is going on here? Oh well, we got away with it. I have no idea what's going on. Right, back in a moment. Alright, update. In theory, we're coming into land. Who knows how well this actually works, but it seems to be holding reasonably steady. That looks a little off retrograde, but maybe that's what it's aiming for. I think the two are reasonably well balanced. It's still burning full. It isn't cutting the throttle or anything, and it doesn't seem to be using RCS to correct its angle, so I'm guessing this is working as intended. It might end up landing a bit scattered, and if they do, I'm not sure there's much I'll be able to do about that at this point. Maybe hop them, but yeah, it says it's a surprisingly good thrust to weight still over almost 4, so or over 3, I guess. So yeah, I think we're going to be good. We're going to be landing near that one. I'll drive the colony command over, and we'll do a big finale, show them all off, and enjoy our little success, even if it's been a slightly jank success all the way through. Yeah, it's backing in one moment when we're almost about to touch down. Alright, and the scary bit, nearly down. Well, that came in actually, I forgot that maybe it takes a moment to start recording. But yes, we're almost down. There's the rest of the base. I still can't see a dang thing. It's at night time. I'm hoping we're not going to land on top of it, because stacking all 3 on top would be funny, but not quite right. We are supposed to be a few meters off. But I have seen MechJeb land literally on top of a artifact or Easter egg I was trying to go see, so keep a little bit of an eye out. I think we're going to be slightly off the side of it. But at least we cut down the amount of landing we need to do. I like it how every time in this playthrough, when I try to cut things back and make things easier by doing something stupid, it has worked. And every time I try to do things conventionally, some kind of issue comes up. Like, oh, literally piggybacking two of the landers down on top of each other. Well, I mean, look at it. It seems to be working. Like, they're about to touch down, and it doesn't look like it's going to immediately explode or anything. Like, it might fall over, but... Yeah, look at that. It's just literally turning... It's even turned round the right way. It's even facing the right direction to line up with the others and look good. Right. I think it is leveling out. Auto level. Yeah, it's leveling. It took it a moment to work out what it was doing, but I think that is indeed leveling out. Yeah, there we go. Right. I guess I'll switch over to the... Can I switch over to it from here? No, okay. Let's go grab the... It's not far off. Let's go grab the command module and we'll drive it over to these guys. I'll do that off camera because, again, it'll be slow. But once we're nearly there, I'll get them all set up. We'll do a nice climber shot or so, and then we'll wrap things up. One moment. Alright, and slow as it is, we're nearly there. We had to go about 5 kilometers, but it did take a while. I might even try a little bit of a hop. I'll be ready to land it where we get near where we want to be. I have no idea how much Delta V we're supposed to have because it's not displaying right. Do I'll land somewhere in a moment. Actually, might even try just landing it manually. Yeah, just do a land somewhere. Oh, wait. Wait, no, control from here. She knows which ways it's going. That didn't quite work. Like I say, whenever I try and... Well, whenever I try and do stuff. Things go interestingly. Well, that was supposed to get us closer, but I think we've actually ended up 100 meters or so further away. Oh well. I need to drop us the last bit of the way. Okay, let's just try approaching manually this time. Turn around. The reverse gear is usually weaker, so it should be a bit quicker going forwards. This vehicle's not fast. Apparently my efforts to make it a little bit quicker did not work very well. Well, I guess we'll have burned some fuel, so we'll be lighter. And we can't flip the engines upside down and just burn it all into the ground. I guess we could roll the rover over technically. I don't see why we couldn't. Aside from the risk of snapping things. Oh yeah, we've got extra antennas. We've got an extra one we weren't even using. Now I think about it, I don't even know why we've got two, because we've already got one. Yeah, look at that. The colony's nearly together. We're almost there. The literal last stretch. Ah, man, it's going to be weird having to start the next recording and be like, wait, no, wrong game. Not Kerbal anymore. But yeah, no, it's been fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed the series. Like, what it's worth, I have enjoyed it. It's been weird. It's had its moments where I've just been like, oh god, why? It has definitely had some annoying moments, but it also had a lot of fun. And we've had some good successes. Like, they're really happy with the Grand Tour mission. I'm probably more happy with that than I am with this, frankly. It's been nice actually getting to the end of a campaign. I mean, Kerbal doesn't technically have to have an ending at all, but I consider it a good spot to sort of finish up on. Right, we have no breaks, I forgot. Yeah, man. We were so close. Oh, you know, it probably is. It's probably because we're controlling from the wrong spot. It wasn't reacting how I thought it would to my controls. Yeah, that has basically stopped us, though. Bonk. Hey, come on. Nearly there. Just take us for it. We're going 500 meters. Why didn't they just let the autopilot finish it? The rover autopilot actually seems quite good. It seems to know what to do with really slippery terrain. Kind of just want to set this up. Maybe between the two. It really doesn't have to go far. Just got to get it up that last little slope. Okay, nearly there. They could walk that bit, but they're Kerbals. They've only got little legs, so I want to put it fairly near them. Almost there. They go uphill, which is good. That means we're actually slowing down a little bit. There's a little bit of a kick up the hill with the boosters. And brake. Ah, look at that. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Perfect enough, anyway. Come on, stop. Reverse. Hey, look at that. Oh, there we go. We'll just very quickly test out the drills on the mining module. Make sure they're going to be able to gather resources to expand the colony. Oh, helps if I select the actual drill, not the generator. But yeah, assuming they can do this, I will consider their colony to be capable of expanding itself from here. And we can leave the Kerbals to it to enjoy their brand new planet. And as I said, maybe we'll come back to Kerbal someday. There were some things we didn't do. We haven't been to Eve. We haven't been to Moho. We haven't been to a lot of the moons. Although we did go to a lot in one go at one point, of course, with the Grand Tour. Start the Service Harvesters. And yeah, it's very slow, but they are gaining ore. So, and they're not running out of electricity either, I don't believe, so we don't have to worry about the drain issue we've had sometimes. So, we shall call the series there. Thank you, Steam. At the last second, of course. If you've enjoyed the series, not even just the episode, you know, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you want to support the channel, check out the link in the description. I make games as well as playing them. Steam. Right. And yeah, next time we'll be starting a campaign on From the Depths, or at least that's the plan at the moment. So I'll catch you guys all in another game. Bye-bye.